And then if you go to Romans chapter 8, verse 26, it says, likewise the Spirit also helpeth our infirmities, for we know not what we should pray for as we ought to. But the Spirit itself maketh intercession with groanings which cannot be uttered. And what is the meaning of groaning? A sigh. Stenagmos, sigh, a sigh, groaning, sigh. The Spirit maketh intercession with groanings, a sigh. Can you groan? Groan, let's see. Groan, what is groan? Groan, groan, groan. Gross. Sigh. That's what he says. That's what it means. That's what he says. We groaning, we cannot be uttered. He called it there. Now, and I said in the last podcast, Mark chapter 7, verse 34, and he says, and looking up to heaven, he sighed. Jesus sighed. Jesus looked up to heaven and sighed. The same root of the other word that you find in the book of Romans, the Spirit maketh intercession for us. We're groaning. And he says, stenazo, the same root, to make, intrinsically be, in stress, that is, by implication, to sigh, murmur, pray inaudibly. Can I hear you say pray inaudibly? That's what Jesus did. Jesus prayed inaudibly. We groan, grudge, sigh. When you are praying inaudibly, what it is? Jesus prayed in tongues. And where did he pray in tongues? In the open. Now look at this thing here. Look at verse 31. And again, departing from the coast of Tyre and Sidon, he came unto the Sea of Galilee through the midst of the coast of Decapolis. And they bring unto him one that was deaf and had an impediment in his speech. And they beseech him to put his hand upon him. And he took him aside from the multitude and put his fingers into his ears. And he spit and touched his tongue. And looking up to heaven, he sighed. He prayed inaudibly. Jesus prayed inaudibly. Where? In the open, in the congregation. He prayed inaudibly. He sighed. He groaned. The Spirit moved him. He groaned. I've said it that Jesus, several times he had difficult things in the open. Jesus always prayed in tongues first. He prayed inaudibly. He sighed. I didn't write it. He says here 4727. And he says sighed, stenazo. From 4728, to make or be in stress. That is by implication to sigh, to murmur. To murmur. What is murmuring? This was somebody who was going to heal. And you can imagine when Jesus is doing it. You can imagine when Jesus Christ is doing it. You know, to grudge. That is it, to grudge. To groan. To sigh. After that, then Jesus now said, Ephata. Ephata. This is the same word you find in Romans chapter 8, verse 23. The same word, stenazo. And then if you then take it then to verse 26, you know, where we read before. Let me get that word again. Romans chapter 8, verse 26. Now it says there, likewise the Spirit with groanings, which cannot be uttered. You see, this one 4727, stegnamos, the same thing, the same word. The same word here, the same word. So you find out that Jesus did it. Then who was Jesus doing it to? In the open. Jesus had a difficult situation. And what Jesus did in the open was to talabuz in the spirit. You know why I said to us, let us switch? Because this is not unto man right now. It's not unto man, but unto God.